Well, it wasn't just a storm. It was one of the deadliest and costliest disasters in U.S. history. Hurricane Katrina, which made landfall 20 years ago today, left more than 1,800 dead, displacing more than 1 million people, and forever reshaped the New Orleans and Gulf Coast. One of those impacted by the storm was Bishop Paul Morton. In 2005, he was the senior pastor of Greater St. Stephen's Full Gospel Baptist Church in New Orleans. Katrina displaced his church community, scattered thousands of members across the country, and forced Morton himself to relocate his operations right here in Atlanta. Out of the tragedy, he became a leading spiritual voice for displaced residents and an advocate for rebuilding New Orleans, and a symbol of how faith institutions helped anchor recovery efforts. Bishop Morton is here with us today. We are honored to have him with us. He is the senior pastor of Changing a Generation Full Baptist Gospel Church and right here in Atlanta. Bishop Morton, we're honored to have you with us. Thanks for being with us today.
I'm just excited about being here. It's just good to be with you, Brother Chesley. This is an honor.
Appreciate it. 20 years ago today, take us back. You were down in New Orleans. You were pastoring there. Talk to us about what happened there.
20 years ago, oh my God, probably one of the worst days in my whole life. Pastoring, of course, a mega ministry. We had 7 services every Sunday. 3 Bible studies during the week just to accommodate the people with over 20,000 members. And then on August the 29th, I'm telling you, the day before August the 29th, we had all of this. And then when Hurricane Katrina hit, we had nothing. All of our locations gone. Our members were scattered in 32 different states. Wow. That's how bad it was. They didn't know where they were going. We were trying to find people and what was happening. But we're thanking God that we're still here. You
left there and you came here. Was it right away or did you go somewhere else first?
Well, what we did, because we had so many different areas that we were dealing with. In fact, we had services in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, that's not far from New Orleans. And then we had services in Houston, Texas, and we had services in Atlanta, Georgia. So I knew that we wanted to expand our territory. I never wanted our people to ever go back to just one state again, like New Orleans, where we could be wiped out, didn't know where our people were. So actually God spoke to me, making a choice. Go to Atlanta, Georgia. And so we were able to start a church in Atlanta, Georgia, Changing a Generation. And my brother opened up his church. He pastored in Atlanta and opened up the doors for us to come to his church. And that's how we got started with Changing a Generation in Atlanta. But we are grateful now that we are back in New Orleans after 20 years. God blessed us to get back, in fact, a year later. So now we're one church in 2 states.
Wow. When you first went back, like after Katrina hit, and you lost your building, you lost everything down there. I understand you lost your home as well. What was the first thing you saw when you got back?
The first thing I saw, because having connections with the city, our chief of police, they assigned a military team to us because people couldn't get back into the city. And we went around and saw the city underwater. You know, it's 80% underwater. So we had to go in the Army trucks, and they took us around. And as we went around, and what depressed me, I know I saw our home underwater, and then they took me to our church in the east because we had 3 locations, and saw that underwater. And that's when I really broke down. I said, oh my God, the people that I've helped through the years and have preached to through the years, what is going on, Lord? What is happening? What is happening here? So that was a difficult time for me, just seeing the church and underwater. And I mean, pews all over the place. Everything was just floating. Wow. But we survived.
Yeah. How was it being the pastor, right? You lost your home as well, lost the church, but you also had to shepherd the people. How was that, having to carry both?
Well, it was difficult because we were going through as well, but you know, being a pastor, you got to be sensitive to people. You know, I couldn't get so depressed about what I was going through, not when people were used to, see, they were just used to a pastor. They was used to a shepherd. You know, the Bible calls the members the sheep, and there's a shepherd that is assigned to them. And now here they are, wandering sheep without the shepherd. That was my main concern, trying to get us hooked back together. And that's why I thank God that he opened up that door, that I would never, ever want to experience that again. And that's why now in Atlanta, Georgia, with our church, if ever there's a storm in New Orleans, they automatically know to go to Atlanta. They don't have to go to Iowa. They don't have to go to different states. They know where to go. And if something happens in Atlanta, they know to come to New Orleans. So now it's much better for us, because I know we don't have to have wandering people anymore, but God will keep us.
Gotcha. I got 30 seconds left with you. I want to ask you this real quick. How did that storm change you as a man, as a leader, as a pastor?
Well, it made me stronger and better, because it let me know it's not how big your church is, but you work what you got and let God use you. You know, when you go from 20,000 and you lose 10,000 immediately, it was a change for me. But let me tell you, it just made me stronger and better. And now, hey, even coming through pandemic with just 10 people at church, hey, I'm a happy soul.
All right, Bishop Paul Morton, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
All right, take care now. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. Or later today, we're going to be talking about Louisiana, and we're going to honor the lives that was lost. We're going to reflect on the progress that has made down that way. So you can stream 1 hour special of Katrina, the storm that changed us, tonight at 6:30 right here on 11 Live Plus.